Hey, well, good evening, everybody. It's Dave coming to you from the Wyoming Fireside. It's Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. It's about 6:15. So, came back, got to town today, got to see the boys, spend some time in the lounge. Um, a lot of them are golfers, so we were watching the AT&T Pebble Beach, day 4, last day of the championship there. So, I don't know, it's kind of fun to watch a show like that with real golfers is kind of fun because what I see on TV and what I play are not the same game. That's for sure. Yeah, we have had. It's raining out right now. It's about 35 degrees, which is the warmest it's been since I got here. But we had about 30 hours of snow, and so a lot of people ask me, "Well, how much snow have you gotten?" And so I'm going to show you two things. The first is a video of the guy that I pay to clean or plow or blow, really what you're going to see, my driveway. His name's Clint. He does my driveway and anybody else who pays him, and then he does all the community roads. So, but on the way out this morning, and then the second thing I'm going to show you is my new expedition in the cut, and you'll see how much snow there really is. Pictures will do 1,000 words. So, but on the way out this afternoon, the park still had not plowed our side road from the homestead, so I was plowing through 3 feet of snow or so. Luckily, I had tracks cut in from yesterday. The tracks were still there and they were followable, but the bottom of the truck was definitely scraping the whole 3 miles out to the main park road, which is plowed. But on the way home tonight, they had plowed it, so I'm pretty much from my front door to all the way into town now is plowed and pretty well taken care of, so it's a much safer environment. What I'm worried about is all this, especially down in town. It had a light rain for all afternoon, and which melted quite a bit of the snow down there, and it's just everything is wet and it's going to freeze hard and solid tonight. So that will make an interesting morning in town. So luckily we'll just stay here as always till 1 o'clock and give the sun a chance to come out. Now we're supposed to get snow tonight. It's supposed to snow most of the day tomorrow, and then the storm finally blows out after 3 days, sometime tomorrow afternoon or evening. So, but on to I'm going to show you the video now. The guy blowing my driveway clear, and then I'm going to show you a picture of the expedition in the cut that is the road, and it'll explain to you how much snow I got, and then we'll come back and chat a little bit. Here's my guy. This is Clint clearing my driveway. He's got the right machine. So that's a pretty good way to show you how high these snow walls are. Look at this. I've never seen them this high coming out of our driveway. Anyway, it's a nice shot of the new rig too, so you can see the new expedition. But gosh, it looks like it's coming out of a canyon. I've never seen it quite this deep before. Okay, so you can kind of see. So we had about 3 or 4 feet when I showed up 2 weeks ago, and we've gotten about 3 or 4 feet in this last 3 days. So, but the snow starts to compress itself at that level, and we don't have 8-foot snow walls. You see, we have more like 4 or 5 foot, because that 8 feet of snow compresses down to really 4 or 5 feet after a while, and it will continue to do that. We won't get much more than 3 to 5 feet on the snow wall cuts because the snow just keeps pushing down on itself. So, but we'll look a lot like this until May now. So it's truly winter, and they call April mud month. Down in town, April's mud month, but up here, I'm about 1,000 feet higher than Jackson, the city. So we're about 8,000 feet here at the house versus 7,000 at at Jackson proper, and versus 6,000 in Denver. So the spring is really more late April, early May, and we don't get snow free on the property until May. And 2 years ago, we didn't get snow free on the property till June, so it can really hang on. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on here weather-wise. Yeah, I cracked a tin of cigar leaf today. So I'll do a review of it. It's literally just ribbon cut tobacco leaves with no casings, no toppings, nothing else really added. So it smelled good when I cracked it. So I'll show that to you. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my first bowl. I've never smoked it. I'm not sure what to anticipate. But it smelled pretty good, so I'm looking forward to the first bowl, and maybe we'll do that together tomorrow. So I guess we'll call this investor school. Item number 1. It's about the only thing I have tonight, I think. So you've seen Canada now has come back and said, well, since you guys have gotten serious about your 25% tariffs and you're implementing them now, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. So Trudeau got on the news today and said that now Canada is going to introduce 25% tariffs to the United States starting Tuesday morning. And they'll escalate the number of items and probably the amount of tariff as the days and weeks go by. I'm a little worried how the United States President Trump will react to that. I'm a little worried it's like poker, where I'm going to see your 25% here when my 25%, it comes back around, and the player then says, well, I'll raise you 25%, and maybe you'll hear about 50% tariffs tomorrow. I just have no idea how President Trump's going to react to this. Mexico and China are having the same discussion, so this could either turn into a complete shit show financially, or people will back down, some negotiation will occur, and bring people to the table and end this little financial nightmare. So if you follow the markets, if you follow the S&P 500, if you follow the NASDAQ, if you follow the Dow, you saw Friday was a pretty bad day. If you follow cryptos at all, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were really all bad days for those markets. And if news doesn't change by 9:30 tomorrow morning Eastern time, I think you're going to see a really bad day on Wall Street. Markets hate that instability. Tariffs, restrictions. Tariffs equal restrictions. Tariffs equals a restriction of business. And the market hates that. So I think we're in for a rough ride these next few days, and this politics starts to play nice and starts presenting some solutions and some slowdowns and some turnbacks of what we've seen these last 3 or 4 days. We'll see. So beware of that. That's what I mean when I say global things can change the markets that we're playing in. So the other aspect of that, I told you that I went to all cash. I meant on Saturday morning, I felt that this was going to go wrong. So I protected my money, my profits, my capital by pulling all my chips off the table. I sold all my cryptos. I said that last night in the video. And I'm holding that like a strategic reserve now. But you don't want to panic. And because what we don't want to do is when we see a market turn down, we pull all our chips off the table. To make money, we've got to start pushing chips back onto the table. And so what we are looking for starting tonight and starting tomorrow morning is have some of these, especially cryptos that have had 3 days to react. Now the real markets will only have their second day tomorrow. But the crypto markets may have come to the point where it's actually a buying opportunity. Now, all the things we loved on Thursday, Friday are now at bargain basement prices, and maybe we start pushing our chips back in. Or have we only seen the first 3 days of a 10-day turn down? Who knows? So we have to evaluate what the charts look like tonight and tomorrow and get a sense of the sentiment, watch the videos, get a sense of the mood of the market, and use those tells to tell us if it's time to start slowly, bullets before cannonballs, like I said a couple videos ago. We'll start finding bullets downrange, not expend our big. We'll test the markets, and if our tests prove to be right, we'll push some more in the market. And if it continues, tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, we could be back fully invested with all the chips back on the table. But I don't know. I'm actually sitting here talking to you on Sunday evening, having no idea how things are going to go. So we have to be ready to respond. And as an investor, you have to be ready to have these crazy exterior events, save your powder, keep your powder dry, as they say, and then reallocate as it makes sense. You can't panic in and panic out. You have to be metered as you approach the market. So that's enough investor school today, and I don't really have any CEO school items tonight, but I thought I would open up and talk a little about, oh God, good English, Dave. I thought I would talk a little bit about me tonight, which I don't do very often on the channel. At least I don't think so. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I talk about myself all the time. But this goes back to a Potter Piper video about sarcasm, and he kind of went through everybody and just was trying to decide how he felt about how we would handle sarcasm. And he was really honest when he came to me. He said, Piper Dave 2023, I don't know how he handles sarcasm. He seems to handle it well, but maybe he blows up behind the camera or off scenes when he's by himself. And I thought I would address where I am with that and why, and my opinion on why, anyway. So I think, the whole genre of sarcasm, poking fun, making fun of, I'm not, maybe I'm unfairly lumping those together, but for the point of my conversation with you about me, I'm going to do that. That whole genre of behavior just isn't my thing. I don't mind it, and I certainly, I do enough stupid things. How I have a YouTube channel, so I mean, how stupid would it be to not be able to take criticism or getting poked at or being made fun of or having a little sarcasm thrown at me? I really don't mind it, and it's just not my thing. And I think, I've got a bit of a character flaw in me. I mean, I've probably got 100. You don't need to type that in. I know that, but what I mean by that is the work I did for almost 30 years, when you're inside an organization like the FBI and you see the kind of things that people are capable of, or terrorists are capable of, or countries are capable of, both ways. I'm not trying to say we're shiny white, we're all clean and blameless on our end, but when you live in that for almost 30 years, when you marinate is what I called it, when you soak in that culture, that black ops, dark, top secret world for decades, I feel like it soaked a part of me out, and that super fun loving, effervescent, smiling, happy all the time guy that you want to be around all the time. I think that got soaked out of me a little bit. And I think in the 6 years I've been gone, a lot of it, not a lot, I'm sorry, some of that has soaked back into me. And I do try to be more fun to be around. I try to be more helpful. But I feel like rather than being fun to be around, I try to do CEO school items or investor school items, or try to make videos or show you different things, or experience different experiences in my life, do different things, racing, my cars, my pipe collection, my pipe journey, my friendship with you guys are all examples of me trying to allow the fun side of life to kind of come back into me. So the whole point of this conversation is I thought he was dead on accurate, that he probably didn't know completely how I would handle it, because I am a complex freak when it comes to that stuff. I don't get mad about it. I absorb it well, but I rarely enjoy it, and I almost never, very rarely dish it back out. It's just not my thing. And I think I know why. So I just throw that out there. Last time, it's tough as presenters sometimes. We don't open up and share what's in here very often. And I just thought I would, take that risk and do that tonight. And I thought Potter Piper's video was a perfect opportunity to have a real conversation about inside me. I have no idea how that came across, but I'll tell you, it's from the heart, and I hope it came across that way. All right, guys, that's really all I have tonight. I wear you out. I feel like I wear out my audience sometimes with long 30, 40-minute videos. So let's take one short. Let's take this 15, 16-minute video. So put that on my credit card, please. I might have to use those minutes someday in a future video, but life is good here. Life's good in Maryland. My wife's happy. My mother-in-law's doing okay. The horse farm's doing great. My son's happy. My daughter's happy. I'm having a great time here. I got my boys in the lounge. I mean, God, I'm just very content and very happy. And again, I love the relationship that we have together, and I thank you for the interaction. And please keep it up. You guys have gotten more and more interactive over the last really the last month or two. So I just want to say thank you again for that. That's really all I got tonight, guys. So let's just go ahead and call it quits and move on. So, you guys, I'll end this as I always do. I ask God to bless you and to bless those around you in your life. I ask God to turn his ear to your prayer. I hope you're asking him for guidance and for things in your life, and I hope he turns his ear and hears your prayers. May God make his face shine upon you and those around you in your life. And may he bless your life as well as he has and continues to bless mine. Guys, I hope you had a great Sunday. I hope that means you had a great weekend. I hope you have a good week planned out in front of you. And that's it. We will talk again tomorrow on Monday, and that's it. Good night, everybody.